Last hour of trading as we head towards the close. The market bounced nicely, and here we go into the last hour, guys. Positive for the S&P, positive for the Nasdaq. As you were, market, what are you guys looking at?
Things? Well,
Let's go.
Welcome back. Well, I mean, Mitch McConnell with the proposal for yada, yada, yada debt ceiling. The VIX absolutely tanked. The market absolutely ripped. Lots of things are happening here. You'll probably see us both with the CEI because that's down at $1. So you know what dollar is going to be a big level for there. I don't know what to say. I mean, Facebook just broke through the highs. Smile Direct is breaking out at the high of the day. We're long in that one. Yeah, I think the CEI push off $1 is probably going to be the most pertinent thing. If it does break that top, we'll be concerned there. And just one that we didn't mention too much of, and it's probably my fault. I should be talking about this more. Silvergate is an absolute redonkulous squeeze territory. I thought it was over. To me, when I held onto this stock and was like, it's usually more stable than Bitcoin, and I actually sold some shares yesterday thinking I'm not going to get caught in the squeeze. It should turn around. It'll come back. And we sold out at 50,000 today, only to see this pull back 10% and then come all the way back, break out 160. It's now turning back off of 168. So this has gotten wild. And I said this morning, it's not much of a day trading stock. Well, that was 100% wrong. It was a great day trading stock today. I did nothing with it except lose $1 shorting in front of 160. So lots to be looking at here today. In Power Hour, this market is just, it's full of surprises. And we really did move back here, although the ES pulling back into only up 0.8%. Or 0.8%, I should say.
Jude, don't encourage him. Redonkulous territory. Come on.
Who said redonkulous?
I guess that's right. That's probably the right spelling there. That's a good one. I haven't seen that in writing yet. Jude, just right there, redonkulous. Somewhere, a couple of messages up. Okay, let's get going here. All right, so yeah, amazing day for a firm. Congratulations, anybody. Oh, I got a pen in my pocket. That was a Michael Scott line there. Okay, so CEI right now. Neil just mentioned it. It did touch one, basically 102. That's good enough to one to me. We break one, we're gone. I mean, all we've done today is bang, 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 big trading on CEI today for sure. And then we took another shot right now at 107. So you guys can all see that. So yeah, staying clear. We're ready for that. So if 107, we're already long. We're waiting for $1 to break. It's very, very simple. I'll take one more fill on the downside of that if it comes near it one more time. And other than that, we're just going to wait for it to pop back up. And if it does pop up, I mean, something low teens, I think is very, very reasonable to get out. 12, 13, something like that. We will look to get out of CEI. So that's going to be on the radar there as we go. And then honestly, guys, I mean, a little bit of crying for Palantir today, but it's not that bad. It's going to be the trade of the day, and it's not going to be the trade of the day as in like, wow, look how good we did on Palantir, because that wouldn't be the truth. But it's not that bad. And a couple things I want to talk about, and I actually highlighted this right here. Do you see the NASDAQ on this little ellipse right here? Watch the trade of the day right after the show. You'll see what I'm saying. Look at the NASDAQ here, drop down. This is on open, right? This is 8:30 NASDAQ time. So the NASDAQ actually rips a little bit, then comes right back to the downside, right? Look at Palantir, what Palantir does here off the open. Whoops, I'm trying to make this. So Palantir off the open just doesn't have that move back to the upside like we just, and again, I closed that, but like we saw on the NASDAQ. So to me, that was there it is. So this move right down here, you can't see, that's okay. This move right down here, yeah, thanks, Rob. Up on Palantir or up on the NASDAQ, you don't get to follow through on PLTR. So to me, we started to lighten up. Normally we're averaging. That signals for us to get out there. Those are all profitable trades, but this is where we started to get in trouble. 24 long, bounces back up. We get some view up. That's 50 cents, right? So 20, 30 cent, 50 cent wins right in here. Then all of a sudden it starts to tank, and this is where it's like, uh-oh, what are we going to do? So it started to come down. We started averaging in 23.75. Then we take one last fill here at 23.50. It goes all the way down, man. And this is when I was like, I'm not averaging in. Normally you'd see me bid here. We did not. We should have, but we didn't. Waiting for 23 to break. When it comes back to the upside, this is where we start taking profits again. Look, 23.57. Look where these outs are. 86, 70, 79, 80s, right? So, Palantir is going to be a profitable trade if it goes back through 24. If not, it's going to be a trouble spot for me. But we survived this day. Thank God on Palantir, but we did rotate out of Facebook this morning and into Palantir, so that's not going to turn out well because Neil As
Facebook,
you
get
know,
a
I don't have
break.
to tell you. Facebook, it's not gone yet. We went up and down here on Facebook. We had a nice long, took it and out. So we are going to be profitable on Facebook here today, but was not expecting this move at all. We did slip into PayPal though. It's Mr. Wiccan's neighborhood. What up?
All right, we were talking GM Investor Day. If you joined us this morning for the morning show, so they came out this afternoon and said, we're number one, or we're going to be number one in the EV challenge with Tesla, and promised more spending on the EV front. That caused this spike to the upside. But overall, guys, a lot to do about nothing for GM Investor Day.
I just want to say, yeah, exactly. I want to say thank you. I saw someone here. Oh, man, I just said thank you to that person, too. Sam Troy. Where are you, Sam Troy? We just shared this on our 700 plus Facebook people in British Columbia. So we'll say thank you so much for that. And we'll go for BC. What up? What up, BC? Been to Victoria. Was my last trip to BC. So a very, very beautiful part of the country. That's for sure. Shout out to everybody there at BC and welcome to the wild side. You're with me, Sean Katina, Neil Roberts, Brendan Wickens. Valeria's in the back there somewhere. Let's see Valeria. Where's Valeria? Valeria, are you around? Where? There she is. What up, Valeria? I'm actually going to Valeria. I want you to, if possible, review your Tesla trading today at the big screen. So we'll talk about that.
And I'm curious because I actually haven't.
Slip into my DMs.
I don't think we pulled up many Tesla charts today, so I'm
like
curious
that one?
to see how that one is going. While this was all happening, Grom did some things. So I was short Grom when we came on the show here at like 450. It got some out here at 425. I'm like, everything is going fine. And then volume spike, popped in past VWAP. Now this already had a capitulation candle through the $5 mark. So, I kind of know when it pops up here, I'm taking some pressure off so that I can get some shares as it retests that 5 even. So I have a 490 short now. If it reclaims this high that it just spiked to, I'll just get out of it. I don't want to fight this one too much. Not when it seems like it wants to have a secondary push. We'll see what happens with Grom, but starting to find a bit of a second wind. I did mention Smile Direct Club, that we are in that. It's another position that we're in. It broke this like triple top here at 640. Muted pullback. It never even went 10 cents against, so pretty strong move. I took a few shares off here, and I kind of wish I had held on to them. I want to try to take that 650 high, so 10 cents risk on that pullback, so I get some out in 10 cents. Now I kind of want to see if I can't hold it further. Just to pop to the 15-minute chart on Smile Direct, there is a lot of chop between like 670 and like 710 here. You can see how choppy it's been in this range. So I think there's room to run, but it might take the slow path here. This one might take all afternoon, let's just say, but I really don't want this getting past that 630 mark and then giving up too much profit. So we'll see what happens. We're in the long here on Smile Direct. CEI is something, if CEI moves, we'll kind of let you know. I mean, Sean's got 107s, I got 106. We're both bidding in front of one. It's at 0506, and there's just an ungodly amount of shares on either side of the bid ask. So it's not really doing a heck of a lot. If it moves, of course, that's what we're all about. I'm still in some XENE. Holding on for dear life on this trade. I shorted it twice off the high here at 33.50. This was a multi-day high. Scalps them out. Now I'm holding for a break of this 31. However, it keeps on testing this 32 to 32 and a quarter range. So it's been in the money, $1, $2 at times. I want to see if I can't get a little bit more than that. Brendo.
Another one from the relative volume list today, guys. EA, Electronic Arts down big time. FIFA 22 and Battlefield getting poor reviews, apparently, upon launch. So 7.6% here for EA on higher volume, guys. Breaking two day lows as well.
This is where we need Trader Pratt to tell us all about video games because he plays 15 hours a day.
He did say, so maybe it was yesterday or 2 days ago, but this week, I remember hearing him, because we, of course, listen to the show. We're sitting here, and he was trash-talking EA. He said, I have nothing for EA. He said he did not like Activision. So, I mean, I don't know.
I'm trying to teach that
I kind of like Activision, but anyways, he's the gamer, man. He knows his stuff, and look what happened to EA here today. So bad reviews, that's kind of what matters at the end of the day.
I mean, EA, to me is about, I don't have to talk about all the big games they have. The Madden, the FIFA. Come on, let's keep it real, Trader Pratt. You got to play the sports games too, man, not just the first-person shooters. But this is not our show. We're talking about. I downloaded New World for my kid.
Oh, you did?
We'll see. No, we'll see. But then he was acting like a little bit of a shit, so I took it away. Okay, let's go.
Sometimes you got to.
Yeah, you got to sometimes. Yeah, shout out to everybody on the chat as well. And you mentioned CEI here. Yeah, I'm at 107. You're at 106 in Park.
Yeah, AJ and Free. You know what? It's not even AJ and Free.
106 in Park. I don't know if people know that, man. No, AJ and Free.
AJ and Free probably have
Free
not.
was legit.
They probably have not hosted that show since.
I'll leave it at that. That show probably doesn't exist, bro. But 106 in Park.
Can't get rid of that.
Hopefully you guys know what that is, and if you don't, then you're definitely not born, same way we are. Well, you're born the same way. Sorry, same year.
I'd hope this. Well, I mean,
what am I talking about? Where am I here? Is this? Where am I? Okay, let's go. Upstart. UPST 308, 309. Everyone's talking about Upstart. So when the people speak, we listen. So what's going on with Upstart right now? 4.29%. I don't know. I mean, it's a nice move upside. We love Upstart. I mean, Jacqueline's in the chat probably right now.
Maybe?
Yeah, Upstart's been a big name here. You got to average into this one. It does have these wild swings. Obviously, a recent IPO came to market, and look what it's been, man. It's just been straight hot fire. Like the fact that you could have got it in March. I mean, forget about March. Let's just go somewhere recently. Let's go back to August. This was a $134 name. It ripped to 335 or 345 right there. So a big move there for Upstart. For me, I'm not in it. Wish I was, obviously, but again, the 50 period is right near 225, where there's some clumping. I don't know if we're going to get back down there. I think a good spot to get into Upstart would be like 268, 269. For me, the spread is okay here, but again, it's not something that I'm in love with right here. Upstart. Maybe if we broke that top 314, that's a little too high. There's really no key levels here, so I'm going to pass on Upstart. But thank you for bringing it to set attention.
And speaking of stocks that are up, we have to talk about a firm. Look, I'm in a firm, I own a firm, and I've taken any profit that I will at this point entirely too early. Look, for weeks and months, I've thought there was a pullback coming, so I probably thought that way too early here, and I've definitely trimmed my long-term position in a firm to my chagrin, because I like using that word now. Yeah, this is it's getting a little close to this 147 area here, and I know we're sitting at 135. We just made a 138 high, up 21% on the session. This is the third just absolutely sort of blow your head off day that it's had, and it's actually a double up since it made that break. Almost a double up since it made that break in the low 70s, in the high 60s, 70s. And this wasn't that long ago. This is the end of August. The firm is going absolutely crazy. And it feels to me like I looked at the Silvergate chart and a firm. You'd think there would be a short. The selling has started to come into it today at least, but it's happened a few times. And I got stopped out. And I tweeted this one out actually. I got stopped out this morning at a firm. And someone was like, why is Neil buying the dip on a firm? And I'm like,
valid.
That's a valid question. The real question should be, why is Neil not willing to hold it more than $1 against them? That's the question that we should be asking ourselves.
We should be asking ourselves about CEI as well right now, because
CEI is now down to $1.
In question area.
I'm getting more right now.
Yeah, exactly. So I just got more. So I didn't mean to interrupt your Affirm story there, but the only Affirm I like is with NAS and AZ. If you know what that is, we'll see that. But I do like Affirm, the stock. I should be into that as well. Okay, right here, CEI is near the bottom. Hey, what's up, Rob? Yo, what up?
Who?
Some Rob guys over there.
Oh,
okay, 102. He has to put himself on camera. What is this guy's too much? Okay, 102. No, we're just playing around. 102 right here for CEI. So get ready to pull the rug on this one. We'll still be up on the day, obviously, on this name. I mean, we've hammered in. It was a great trade. But right now, this is sort of... We used to have a line in the sand graphic. That was pretty cool. But I think if we're going to draw one, it has to be right now. Neil and I have both said it. I think everybody in the world is on this name. And before I throw to Brendan, let me just see. There it is. Hey, what's up, son? That making me think of summertime. Right there. You shall not cross. Okay, so here we go. There's not even that much size at $1. So that's what I wanted to show you.
Yuck.
There's not a whole hell of a lot of size, man. That's about 1 million shares. Add it all up. Or not 1 million, sorry. Yeah, 1 million. We've done 335 million. So it's going to say hold my beer to that size. So it better hold it, or else we're going to get stopped out of that one. What up, Beep?
Guys, a former guest on this show, the alkaline water company just going crazy right now, WTER. Looks like they're going to be in Sam's Club. I'm going to double check on this, but could be related to Sam's Club here for WTER. Big pop on volume.
Man, we had that stock when it was not very expensive, so I have no idea what it is now, but I remember seeing Shaquille O'Neal pumping that after Shaq, after.
Yeah, post us.
Come on, Shaq. After, please come on our show as well.
Shaquille O'Neal. Look, man, Shaq is the man. Let's be honest.
We love you, Shaq. Best center ever to play the NBA?
Well, I can't go that far.
No, I need Neil.
Oh, who is the best center?
No. Shaquille O'Neal is the best center, right?
Yes.
Yes, Neil.
Yes.
There we go. That's the right. Yes, please come on our show. Please come on our show, Shaq. Yeah, you're definitely much better than Wilt Chamberlain and all those guys.
Way better. Of course he is.
No comment.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, look, man, he's an absolute legend in what he does.
Those
arguments are fun to have, but right now it's that dollar on CEI is going to be front of the mind. I am still keeping my eye on a firm here because if it makes another, it's doing it right now. So I was going to say, if it makes another push here towards this high at 138 or even 140, and there's a chance I can take a shot at a short, I'm going to go ahead and do it. Off the 138 probably first, then maybe take a shot at 140 as well. It's just up so much. I mean, 21%, like 21% after what's going. This is a double up in like a couple of months. This is crazy, a firm. I'm happy that it's happening, but we're day trading here.
Well, it's a double up because of Amazon, right? But today's move is nuts.
In the context of what's going on with the market, like I get the first two moves in a firm. This last one here, it just feels like, wow, this is an opportunity that we got to try to take.
You know, this is the problem. When you're looking at a stock like CEI, if you can come over to my screen here, Rob, I just want to show everybody, like, I already know what's going to happen. I mean, it's quite obvious, man. I mean, this offer is not going anywhere. There's thousands, and there we go. Watch. See
that didn't take very long.
That didn't take long. I'm gone. Right there. We're gone on a firm right there. So there it goes, right to the downside. And again, for me, it's not a surprise, and I really just hope it's not a surprise for anybody else because, yeah, there it goes, man. I didn't short it, but now it's through $1. There's the out right there. We just smacked it. So out 98, whatever the hell we got. But there it goes, smacked right away. We knew that was going to happen. That's why I wanted you to come over to the screen. When you're starting to see size fall down like that and follow it, there's absolutely no chance. So that's gone. It may pick back up. We can go long through $1 again, but we just threw a little bit of money down the toilet there. So let me find something here that will just beat it up again. You guys know what it is. It's right here. We'll beat this up, and then we'll wait to see what happens next time as CEI fails for us. But
I got some.
Oh, you're short?
Yeah, I got some.
Okay, good.
No, but I got 99s after, so it tanked.
Well, I'm still long here, by the way.
I got out at 97. That's a horrible slippage, man. I got 97.5 on my out on the long, and then it popped back up, and I was able to get some shares short at 99. So that kind of stunk because that means I could have covered the long at 99 and saved like a penny and a half there. So I'm sitting on the bid. I got some bids already. I'm
going long right now.
Yeah, I got some bids out here in front of this 95 and 96 because it's not exactly flushing like an absolute rock. Like, that's the first thing. You would think that this would absolutely crater, but with a 99 short, if it comes back to $1, I don't see any reason why I want to hold it through that. So I'm going to see if I can't get all over the bid between here and 95, and there's no way I want to let this go. Actually, I want to hit this manually. Like, I'm not going to sort of rely on a stop order or anything like that because I could have just hit one manually myself. I was looking at the level 2. Instead, I decided to let my stop trigger with 0.9999 broke, and then they pay the slippage. That makes no sense. I shouldn't have done it.
99. Yeah, I just went re-long again, so I'm long here 90. I didn't get out of everything. I noticed I still had some shares left there, and it was an odd lot, so we just punched back in there. So our average price now 98. We actually punched 97, so we got in and out there at 97. Let's see if it comes back to the upside here. This is not going to be a winning trade. Well, this one is, but the other one's not. So we'll wait to that one. Hopefully, I mean, I'm saying this one's going to be a winning trade. Let's see if we get back to O's. If we can do that, man, then we'll punch our ticket out at O's. Okay, so well, not all of them, but we will get some out at O. And then we'll see about it moving to the higher side right now. So that's what's on for me here, and we'll just see where we go from here. But maybe we can get Ms. V. What's up, Ms. V?
Hey guys, I wanted to review my Tesla trades for you. Tesla gave me all the types of opportunities today. I was both long and short. I was surfing on Tesla today. Right before the open, I went to the long position, and right at the open, Tesla spiked to the upside. I caught that move, and here's my nice $3 winner. Then, when stock went back to the downside, I caught it approximately at the same level where I get out from my long position and went short, and again another $3 winner. So I think I'm really proud of my trades on Tesla today. Pretty clean, and yes, now Tesla is back above VWAP and trades above $781. What do you think, guys?
Hang on. Oh, I should have been more ready for this because I want to drop. We'll drop this one. So first of all, I'm going to say, like, you're looking at that chart, and any criticism we make, understand that I didn't trade Tesla and didn't make a dime on it, and Miss V made some fantastic trades. We always say here, try to get into new traders. Always try to have multiple entries and exits, because then it allows you not to be one and done. Because the first thing that stood out to me on that chart, and I just got some shares out of CEI, Grom is heading to the downside, but this is worth going over a little bit because, and you guys saw like the breakout that Valeria had, and it's great to take profit when it gets to that cluster. Like, it's slowed up right at that moment, and that's a good place to take some profit on Tesla. But if you have say like 2 entries, right? So if you're trading the futures, it'd be 2 contracts. If you're trading 100 shares, just trade 200. It allows you to hold some to get that top, and the same thing with the reversal short. That way you can extend your trades. And by having multiple decision points in and out, it keeps you more engaged with the stock. You're reading the chart, you're reading the level 2, you're doing all of these things as opposed to being one and done. We just sort of set a stop and now you're not looking at it, you're not as engaged with the trade, you're not learning as much when you do it that way. So, far be it from me to criticize a positive trade. That's not my intention at all. It's just that clearly those levels were even better than I think the trades captured, and that's part of the process for any trader. So I love it. I think it's fantastic. We'll do this every single day. CEI is, so after all of that, CEI spends some time below $1. It got to 96. You're going to see I got out of just over half my position. But I mean, 99 short, I'm clearly not letting it go back above $1. I don't want this thing jailbreaking back to the upside. It'll be at like 105, 106 pretty quickly, I think, if that's the case. So got half out. I'll have some bids at 95 and see if it can't go any further than that. But yes, here comes CEI back to that upside. Never should have covered with that stop order. Should have just done it manually. There's so much liquidity that I don't even know why I did that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I let the stop order hit it, but I mean, we were sitting here watching it the whole time. So we knew that our fate was sealed on that play, but we did just kick a little more out there, 99.5. We got a little bit out. We were waiting for O's there and it didn't hit. So I was like, you know what? I'll take out 99.70, I guess it was there. 99.5, almost exactly there. So off the long, again, it's just pennies now when you're talking these kind of levels, but CEI, I should say I don't feel bad for people because we were here with you through this whole thing. And I mean, I remember on Prad's show when these levels were breaking, I was like, guys, you can't hold this thing past $3. You cannot. And when $3 breaks, man, I mean, this was holding. And then when this happened, 2 days ago or yesterday, you got to get away from this, man. This is when it was halting like crazy. So you got to get away when this happens because it's too obvious to many people. If it's not obvious to you, hopefully at some point it will be, because that break, man, was pretty clean at $3 right here, and that's really what Neil, I, myself, Brandon, Valeria, and I, again, congratulations, Valeria. She's getting so much better at everything, and a lot of that is on her. So thank you so much, Miss V, for that and for showing your improvement. And I think it's been absolutely fantastic. We just got to get her maybe to trade a different stock. Oh, here it comes. So look at Nasdaq right here, just quickly, Brandon. Sorry, 1 second. There was a big size there, so it went back.
Was that 1 million?
It was 1 million shares, I think it was. Yeah, there it is right there. So there's actually 1 million on the Nasdaq book there at $1. That's not going to matter that much, but again, psychologically, that was a big barrier. They saw it and they ran away. So again, algos are always around, and right there, that's a perfect example. They saw the size and started marketing southbound there. What's up, Brando?
Some clean energy stocks making moves, guys. SunPower, one of those, up big time today. They announced this morning this acquisition of Blue Raven Solar as well. This is coming off a big down day, if you remember yesterday, for SPWR, the CEO doubling down on their move to residential solar, to focus on residential solar. But big move up here, 5.25%, just took out day highs and then sold off a little bit there. But nice day for SunPower.
Absolutely. I just reloaded at 99 here on CEI. When I saw it, I wish I'd done it the first time when I saw that million. You heard me. I saw it in my mouth like, that's $1 million? It's a Sean. And once I saw that, I got some more shares here. We'll see what happens. I mean, there's other stocks moving, so we're going to. Again, it's a big love. We don't have to focus on CEI. Grom, it does manage to hold that rollover. If it did not put in this capitulation candle here through 490 in this $5 area, I probably am not like working and averaging into it. But as it comes down, I'm definitely, like I said, I'll always take some out when it shows that kind of strength on volume going into the close. I never sit there thinking it's going to be the absolute home run trade. You get yourself into trouble when you fight the trend. So I'm taking some profit in front of 450, and I'll definitely be getting out in front of that 430 bottom that you have. Dan McIsaac's like, where's your affirm short? Well, I don't know. I got a little bit distracted there. Let's be honest. Getting in and out, CEI a couple of times there. Grom sort of managing that trade. And also affirm, I mean, I kind of thought, look, if it makes another test at the high to 38, like a little pop-up, just something that gives me some kind of shakeout or anything that gives me a look at that 138 level again, as opposed to just barcoding, I probably would have jumped in, but it actually hasn't really moved. Now, you can sit in the short in this range and give it to 138. That's usually something I'd be more willing to do at a different time of day, right? Like, at this time of day, I tend to like having tighter stops and that kind of an idea, just because there's less time for the trade to work. If you make this play, let's say at 10 o'clock or 10:30 off a level like that and hold it $3 against you, well, you think you can give everything back. You think a firm can get back to 120, just tank all day, do what, and I hate bringing this chart up. No, I don't hate bringing this chart up. I don't hate bringing this chart up. It sucks, but I'll bring up Moderna.
Neil, do what Moderna's doing. Bringing that chart up?
Do what Moderna's doing right now, because when McConnell moved the market to the upside, I decided to cover Moderna, because it was barcoding. I'm like, it's probably gonna go. It's running out of steam. Let's get out of it. Anyways, $10 later, Moderna is still going down. And as usual, I find a way to get out of my shorts way too early on this particular stock. Maybe not so. Here comes CEI 95s. We're covering some at 95. I'm going to get on the bid, like 93s, 91s in front of 90. It's now starting to really go here, guys. So bye-bye.
Yeah,
remember a dollar.
A dollar. Yeah. That was a good move. I mean, we saw that move there. We saw that trade there. We were already long, and I just should have offered it and got out, but that's fine. I mean, I'm just glad you guys saw that CEI. We're not playing it too serious now, as it's well below $1, and I don't really, well, not well below, but actually, I guess it kind of is. I don't like to play too many dollar games here, but anyways, we'll see where it goes now. We are out of CEI, and again, we'll flush ourselves down the toilet on the last couple trades, but again, it's been a good, it's been a good day for us on CEI. It's just these last little bit there, we kept on dancing with that devil and did not work out right there. So FAMI broke above 40 cents. Yeah, we can have a look at that quickly. See, I mean, look, here it comes right back, right? CEI. So this is the thing. I mean, trade it to your own liking, I guess. I think you just got to watch out for that 99 level again. Okay, so whoa, okay. Yeah, FAMI straight to the upside. Yeah, nice play here on 40. Let's see, what is 40 cents all about? Yeah, this isn't horrible. I mean, maybe they want FAMI to go here into tomorrow, so we'll see. Nice movement upside there on FAMI. It looks like it's good. What's the volume like right now coming in? So pretty steady the last hour or so on FAMI. So yeah, this looks like 40 cents. Ew. I think we could punch the long here. I think we could punch this long. I mean, 40 back to 38.50. I mean, a penny and a half. Yeah, that's probably going to be worth it. Let's punch the long here on FAMI through 40, guys. I like that trade. Thanks to whoever mentioned that. This is a good one. Starting to move right now with volume. I like it. It's at a key level. We'll punch the long through 40.
Well, I'm in a firm now. So
all right.
And that's happening. Firm is just, like I said, it's one of the strongest stocks there is. It broke the 138, right? So like, let it test the high, see what happens. Sometimes you let it go. It did break the level. It tried to press to 140, got to 138.88, kind of a random number. On the way back down is when I caught it, so 138.35. The stop's going to be just above that 40 level. I might let it break 40 by some shekels. Probably like random, like 20, 30 cents or whatever, just in case it does tick above. This cluster here, because of the time of day, like I just finished saying, 134.5 to 136. That's going to be a take profit area for sure, because it's asking a lot to think it's going to come back to 128 with a half an hour to go, with the market looking strong. And let's not forget this, right? Like, remember what we want to see happen after yesterday, right? We just want to see the market stay green today.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be up 0.01%, but maintaining these gains would be fantastic. And if it does, well, then maybe a firm is not going to come all the way back down and tank $20 from here. So I'm not going to try and take quite that much. Hopefully, I'm kind of hoping this is a bit of a top, but it's very, very strong. You guys can see the momentum that's with this thing. You have to. And one of the other reasons, like I said, why I wasn't already in it, is you have to have a trade structure and an out that not just makes sense to you, but that you can hold yourself to, right? So it's one thing to say it's gone too far, I want to short it, but you can't hold it against you forever, because look how strong the stock has been. If you did that approach today, you're bankrupt on, well, I mean, you're down.
Look at FAMI here. We have $1.5 million on the offer right now. So again, I did the same thing here, but it's not going to work on FAMI because it's going to get blown out. You might say, why is Sean short? There he goes. Now we're long. Okay, so I just went short, very, very small. We tripled the long. So I went short there thinking that, hey, and I'm short 39.70. I mean, this is like not even a penny of a hit. And then we reverse it to the long side on that break. So let's go FAMI. Let's see if we can't run this bull now to the upside here on this name. Let's go. And again, you take more shares on this name, so 1 penny, 2 pennies, 3 pennies, 4 is a good trade. So watch out here on FAMI. Again, the day chart's not going to show anything. I got to find my 20-minute chart here quickly if I can. Which one's this one? 20. Okay, so the last time we broke through 40 was right here, 41. It stopped. Other than that, we bounced off. We retraced back. 43 could be a level. I mean, if we really want to go, then you're talking a lot higher than that. But watch out here. A lot of shares just clogging up the offer, man. There's no rebates below $1, so I don't know if that means means anything to many of you, but it does to me, which means that they're not going to be jamming up some of these levels, right? So watch out here. This could fly. If some of these offers pull, this thing goes. We're looking at 43 right now. That's going to be my first target. We just gave that to you. If I could take 3 pennies on this one, then giddy up, man. We'll take that.
Well,
what's up, Brandon?
Before we go to Brandon, there's a quick point there. Like Sean said, there's no rebates on those to add liquidity on penny stocks. It also means it's a lot cheaper to remove liquidity. So when you see big size on a penny below $1, it's more apt to get absolutely smoked.
Here we go.
Traders just don't hesitate to take it, Brenda.
Let's go.
I wanted to come back to this, guys. Water, real quick. As I said, I wanted to confirm, but Friday afternoon, 3:45, we're going to have this company back on the show, guys. So WTER talking about this new Sam's Club deal, talking about their agreement with Shaquille O'Neal. I just learned they also have a infused twist water. Maybe we'll get to try that, guys. So Alkaline back on the show Friday.
Ooh, alkaline water. Last time they sent us those big jugs. Send them again, alkaline water.
Oh, Rob. So things be happening. I don't know. Did I just say things be happening? Oh, goodness, Neil. So what I think just might have just happened is this big flush in CEI, which I'm taking more shares out, down to a quarter of the position, as it got all the way to 90. And then what happened? Like the same time that FAMI was busting to the upside and breaking out, CEI made a move to the downside. I'm not saying that this was algo driven. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying. And sometimes simultaneously things like this will happen. Money goes from one to the other. But FAMI breaking up, CEI breaking down. Don't ignore these things. Sometimes randomly these things will move together because you have the same subsets of traders trading them. Stop outs could happen, but then algos can also react to things like that as well. All while, and this is a fun one here today. All while a firm ticks me at that 136. So like I said, I would scalp the first bit of this out, grab a couple bucks, put that in the back pocket, and then see if we can't get a bigger move down. Now, if it breaks 134, can hang on for dear life. A firm would be in that category normally,
look at this,
where I would say I want to be out before 350, but every time I've done that in the last couple of weeks, I've left money on the table. So I want to see if a firm flushes more or holds a high, I'm hanging on to it.
Look at this. Look at these. What these guys are doing here on FAMI. Just wait till it opens up. You're going to see every single gateway line themselves. Just watch. Someone has a program. Look at this. You see that? Someone just has a program. They're just offering like on every single gateway to make it look deeper. We'll see. They're gone now, but it was funny because it was up there near 40.41. I think this thing comes back up, man, very, very soon. I don't know. There was some trickery happening right now, and you can do that on the dark pools, man. It's only a 40-cent stock. There's a lot of stuff happening here on FAMI. Trust me. You guys can't see it, but those of you that have like your tinfoil hat about things that happen around the market, yeah, it was just pretty much happening there on FAMI. So, yeah, look, I mean, we got out. I mean, 41.50. We didn't get out of everything, but our best outs here, 41.50, 41.60. I still think it goes. So if you're still in this, I wouldn't worry about it, but you got to have some outs, man. 38. So again, you take about $0.015 of a profit. It looks nasty because it's dropping down. That's just because it's like one move there, but you still have some protection here at 38. And I think realistically, 37. We're going to take some more FAMI now, but I think a 37 break, and that's going to be a problem for many people. So we'll wait to see if 37 breaks, and after that, that'll be it for me. So we'll take another bid down here into this area, 38. Might as well take it now, but as you can see, there's too many dark pools. Look, they're trying to hit that ARCA. Look, it's not moving. Look at all these Ps, P, 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 P. Those are all ARCAs. Every single P that you see on the gateway here is an ARCA. And look, that's only 2,500 shares. And then there it goes, right? So they're just taking, here's 25 more. These are what you call iceberg orders. So there's an order there, it's a dark pool. See, they're just taking it. And they're just, look at thousands, hundreds of thousands of shares being taken on the ARCA gateway right here on the offer. So until that, look, there it is. They're following it down. Until that breaks, this thing is finished. So I don't know. They see, push. I mean, thank you for being here. And I'm glad
it can still halt.
I'm glad we're showing this to you.
And the crazy thing about it, and this is almost a dumb thing about the halt rules, we've talked about this about a million times.
It's gone now.
Is like from 41 to 38, it probably just is trying to bounce off the halt band because at 10% and that quickly, even the penny stock moving 4 cents can halt. It seems ridiculous, but they open those things up a little bit more depending on price. But I can't believe I missed that because sometimes that failed jailbreak is the best entry point. And what's weird is when that turned around, so FAMI was at breakout and CEI went down. And the second that turned around, I mean, not the second, but the second it flushed in, CEI caught a bit of a bid. So I was getting filled and started to catch a bit of a bid up here. So This is still
Where's my
kind of heading down.
bid
I still only have 25% of the position left, or just under that. So we'll see if we can hang on to it. All the while, by the way, Grom, which it's not that I wrote it off, but Grom did feel like it was about to flush and was going to make that second leg down. Instead, it puts in a higher low and is now grinding right back towards this 510 area. So I'm short at 95s. I don't even want to average into this thing. It's just, like it's held a higher low from the afternoon, early afternoon from here. So when I see this happen, this is already had multi-stage move up. I mean, just got destroyed to the downside to the tone of a downward halt. Puts in a low, broke out, is holding the higher lows from all morning long. Every single one of these higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. I don't want to even think about holding this to the high a day on Grom. So 511 goes. I will just take the hit on the last of these shares. We'll still be up on it, thankfully. I didn't reload a firm while all this was going on because, I mean, you can't really do everything at the same time. And I'm not sure I'd want to. I know some of you guys are probably looking at doing that. And the market is giving up some of this move right now. The NASDAQ down to 0.27% to the upside.
Yeah.
So maybe it does go. But at the same time, like I always find that if at this time of the day you're averaging into a trade or just taking it 1, 2, 3 times off of a level, like I like that stuff in the morning. Like that really works sometimes in the morning when you're dip buying around the same price. But when it's this late in the session and you're going counter trend, I tend to not really like doing that too much. So it's going to be almost a one and done here, even though I'm holding some of this position. Either we break through this support at 134. Or we don't, it takes out the high. And if neither thing happens by 358, 359, then obviously I have to get flat. I mean, everyone else can do what they want. Heck, if you have the ability to trade in the aftermarket, the way that we've seen some of these moves happen, and a firm, if you're long, let's say, and it breaks at 140, then hey, sometimes those things go. More credit to you if you trade those. We don't. We do head to Brennan every single time he tells us because he's got the goods.
Just saw some volume coming back into this one, guys. Macy's M. Jana Partners, this was a Bloomberg report initially, but Jana Partners urging Macy's to spin off their e-commerce division. So that caused this. About midday today, just saw a big buyer on Macy's again.
All right, e-commerce, we like that. Yeah, so about my Palantir trade here, I mean, we still have that FAMI. We're going to wait for that. We're out of the money $0.015 right now on that one. We tried to buy once that ARCA broke. It did break and came right back. So we'll talk about that when it's time. But right now, Palantir just making this base again at 50. So 23.50 here. I think it's worth the risk. We'll wait to check what the imbalances come out. But honestly, unless this is a huge buy imbalance, I'm not sure we get back to 24, which is where the VWAP is. So I don't know, man. The market's kind of just hovering around. I made some calls on the market lately and been pretty good at the end of the day. So we'll wait to see what happens here. But I'm thinking this is pretty weak. If the NASDAQ breaks right now, let alone breaking this area, 14,664. So if we break down below 14,680 or get into this area, I think it's a problem here. We bounced off VWAP. We retraced off this bottom that we talked about. And then, yeah, right now just failing at the top side. So we'll wait to see. Hopefully it doesn't, but again, we will show you the market on close imbalances that are going to be coming out very, very soon at 340 in Toronto if you are trading any TSX names, and then also at 350 for NASDAQ and NYSE. So obviously that's what I'll be putting my attention to. So we'll hold on to Palantir. It's not a big position. It's enough that we can make money, like decent money on it. But at the same time, we've already sort of got in and out of this name. Like I said, just so everybody knows, like if this doesn't get back to 24, we will be negative on this name today. And yeah, other than CEI just turned negative for me, we've been doing quite well on other names. So BTBT earlier on, we didn't get back into this one. It's getting very, very close though to a level that 1090 right down here where we kind of ramped up at. Ethereum right now 3,600, Bitcoin 55,000. So there hasn't been too much movement lately in that space, but BTBT was a good one for us early. Then we got out, so that's still a positive stock. But keep that on your radar here. It could go in case crypto goes because you're at some nice levels here, only up 7% today.
I will do this one because I happen to be smiling in this picture, so that's the best I can do for Smile Direct Club. I mean, I don't know. That's all I got, guys.
Big trade today for Smile Direct.
It's just it's a big day. I thought the breakout at 640 would go further. It just really hasn't. It's going to be, it took 10 cents. Now I'm taking 20 cents on it. It's not that sexy. But I will hang on to the last third as long as it wants to continue this momentum. Like, you've seen what this stock has been doing the last couple of days, and after that pullback, it's now getting a bit of a second wind here. And as I said earlier, you did have some room to get to 7 even, and I want to give it some of a chance to be able to do that. Grom, I got my stop loaded and ready to go there. XENE, I'm probably just going to have to go ahead and take the rest of this profit here. I got the 15-minute up just so you can see. I had this weird gap in my data only on this one stock, so missing almost the entirety of yesterday's action on the stock. Thank goodness I'm not missing this top here at 33.5, which is a multi-day high. It then failed at that level, so I'm going to be shorting in front of that one. That's kind of low-hanging fruit. If you've been watching the show and haven't figured out that I would short off a multi-day high on a gapper like XENE, well then you're not paying attention, guys. Correct. So I've been hanging on to it all day long. It does not break this 31 level. I got to stop if it takes out this short-term high here at 32.25, and I'm trying to hold on for this to break that low, and then I can get out in front of 30. Still some time for it to happen. I'll probably cover that one in the next 10 minutes if it does not move. CEI continues to work. It's down at 93. Like I said, I'm only holding a quarter left of this, just a little bit less than that. With that 99 reload that we got, there was 1 million shares on the offer that we liked, so we took the short and re-upped on it. Re-upped it. We got the re-up, just like got that pandemic in The Wire. They got the re-up. Anyways, I watched a lot of The Wire, if you can't tell. So here comes a firm. If it breaks 134, this is 134 here, not there. If it breaks 134, I really think this could fall in. I don't want the market to drop, but a firm has been it's been outpacing the market so much that it's had no effect. Like, a firm could drop $10. It doesn't really make a difference. If the market goes red, it can only possibly help this short, but the other way around makes no difference. Let's go Affirm. I didn't reload. If somebody did, then... Oh, we got new ones.
Right.
Sorry. That's the Matrix one. That's more of the Matrix one, right, Rob? So there you go. We were talking about a Matrix or some other crypto-related,
we were, yep.
I guess, graphics for you guys. By the way, if you guys enjoy this kind of stuff, like, just give ideas in the chat, right? Like, let us know, tweet at us. Rob loves putting these together. Like, he enjoys. He's a creative guy. So if it makes it more fun for you to have certain graphics, of course, he puts himself on camera once we mention his name. Lucas doesn't do that. Then, of course, just let us know. We like to have some fun around here. We also like to go to Brendan, who's got more.
Just noticing, guys, some of the crypto stocks that we were talking about this morning, BTBT, one of those starting to come off here, profit taking possibly into the close, even as Bitcoin is pushing back towards day highs, guys. So one possibly to watch tomorrow, BTBT.
Okay, yeah, check Square. Yeah, we'll look at Square in a minute here. I just want to check out the Canadian imbalances quickly because we did talk about those. Yeah, nothing. So, I mean, not even anything to look at right here. Barrick Gold is ABX there in Canada, so gold over on New York. CPG, we talked about that already, Crescent Point. And then some Bank Nova Scotia, but there's really nothing going on here. So we'll check it out. It looks like we gave you that 37 level. That was cash. It didn't break, so it goes right down to 37 there, FAMI. And now we'll wait to see if that can come back in. I'm sure hoping it does. So FAMI right now, hoping it doesn't. I'm long FAMI right here. What am I talking about? So we'll wait to see if that can go back to the upside. I'm still looking for another 40 break. I think we can get it, so hopefully I can. We'll wait for that back up here. Good trade so far on FAMI. We did go short 0.7. We lost 0.3 of a penny, and then we took about a penny and a penny and a half on the 40 break, but now we're averaged in because we didn't get out of everything. So let's wait to see if it can go. It still has chances here. The mushrooms, so we'll see if it can go there. Popular thing, the shrooms. And then that's about it, man. So we're going to wait to see what happens here. FAMI, we're hoping for to get back up to 30, and then we shall ring our register, or back up to 40, then we'll ring the register a little bit above that. So hopefully it goes, man. Our target is 43. I think that's going to be about the maximum for that. I know it's only 5 cents away, but there's a lot of volume. And again, an imbalance could spark this as well. So you only have 7 minutes until that imbalance comes out. So I'm sort of waiting for these. And oil today down 2.5%. And you can see XOM. I should have put on that put again on XOM. What is XOM doing here today? Yeah, still down 2%. So I believe oil's overdone. I mean, I know there's a lot of talk on energy, and I know that's not popular. A lot of people think energy is going to go higher, but you're at what did you say earlier, Brendan? I think it was 7-year highs or 5-year highs on crude. So I don't know, man. If XOM can only get up to $67, $68 or so on not all-time high, but recent highs, 7-year highs in crude. I don't know if that's true or not. I thought I heard Brendan say that earlier.
Something like that.
But anyways, $64, $65. I mean, I think that it's downside here from here. So let's watch XOM, but that's a name that I'm looking at for some possible sell pressure coming through, breaking through 58, and then possibly revisiting down here, low 50s.
Yeah, one of the things about that move is I remember the other day, and it's like looking at that level on Oxy, that 33.60 level, and shorting 40s in front of it and not holding it was a huge mistake. Before we go to Brendan, I must point out that, like I said, I took out Moderna too early, and there it goes, right down. There it is at 305 to 310 area we talked about this morning. Just a couple of days ago, that was the bottom. Moderna has room. Like, if you don't think that this stock can't go to like 220 or 230, then I don't know what chart you're looking at. So for me, Moderna is turned into like a short till it's not. I will favor the shorts. And at some point, there is going to be a fantastic opportunity to buy Moderna. I'm just not sure it's even remotely close yet. Brendan, what's up?
Yeah, it was 2014, guys, if you can believe that. Here's the chart. 79.78, 79.80, the high today. You got to go all the way back here to November of 14, the last time it traded, near $80.
Yeah, so there it is. I mean, wow, unbelievable. I mean, I thought that's what I heard. So yeah, although my wife doesn't think my hearing is overly great, but that's not bad. There. Oh,
it's funny how it's
actually
funny
yeah. I didn't hear that at all. Yeah, I didn't hear that.
My wife says the same thing.
My hearing is really bad.
Interesting.
So okay, let's just move on. You just talked about Moderna there. Let's check out on Pfizer here. We only have 4 minutes left. Pfizer down below as well. So I'm nervous about all this. I really think that the Merck news obviously sent some of these vaccine names into a little bit of a spiral, and because maybe they're not going to be getting those booster shots because there is that now, hopefully a magical drug that Moderna is going to be giving out for once you have COVID, and then you realize it within the first 5 days. Apparently, it's great against hospitalization and severe illness. So I don't know. Pfizer right now is getting near some levels. I'm a buyer of Pfizer back down near 38. This is one where this is not going to be a shopping list name because it has nothing to do with anything. It's not, we already know this name. This is a virus, a COVID name. So I'm going to wait on it. I mean, I know Pfizer has a lot more. I'm more interested in a J&J or something like that as opposed to a Pfizer. And we will talk about that. We're doing a video.
Underlay, mommy. Eli
Manning. How about Eli Manning? Yeah, a little bit of Nelly right there. I don't know where that.
I'm not sure. You said J&J. I thought Eli Lilly.
Oh, so. Eli Lilly. Right. Yeah, I love Eli Lilly. Yeah, actually, that is on.
Eli, man.
That is on the shopping list.
I actually, we had this discussion. So anyways, that's my mind does this all the time, so I'll just sort of randomly say that. But this is the thing. We are doing that video this week for sure. And there's going to be some interesting names, some you maybe have heard, maybe haven't heard about, and we'll try not to spoil it too much here. Sean, you just scared the living you-know-what out of me when you said 5 minutes. 5 minutes to the imbalances come out at 350, not 5 minutes to the close, which was the first thing that I actually thought about. And it is what it is. I should actually have a clock. It's not like I don't know that. If we can hold below 134.
I figured you had a clock.
We have like clocks everywhere.
All right.
Clock here, clock all over the place. Firm broke that 134 ever so briefly. It got a few pennies to the downside. I kind of want to be trailing this one, but you know what? I'm not going to trail it. Forget about it. I'll just sort of manually have a look at this. If it gets back up to 137, 138, the momentum is back into the downside here. And what's good about that is, guess what? The NASDAQ bounced and is back up to 0.5% to the upside, and the firm kept going down. So now that I feel like there's that cover on this trade, I might as well see if it can't go a little bit lower. I'll get out in front of 130 for sure. I mean, guaranteed, right? But I tend to get out of these far too soon, so I do want to make sure that I give myself the opportunity that a lot of profit taking comes down on a firm. I'll pop a bid down in front of 130. I'll go back to CEI because it's kind of moving again. I got filled in front of 90. If this wick is real, then I should have been paying closer attention. I'm watching the level 2, didn't see it happen. But it's retesting this 90 even. If it breaks 90, I'll get some all the way from, I'll be flat between 85 and 90, 100% getting some bids out here right now because guess what? CEI be falling.
CEI be falling. Okay, how far? 80s? Yeah, 89. Okay, so CEI is falling there. We don't need to talk about that. Look at FAMI as well. Just touched one more time, guys. FAMI just touched 37.50 again. So it's getting super close to doing something there. Apple's still above or below, sorry, that magical level of 142 that I'm waiting for the market to close above that level. So we'll wait to see if Apple can get there. I like the market right here. Beautiful bottoms on Apple. I can't believe it went to 138. We talked about loading it up if it went there. It went there in the middle of the day. I didn't do anything. We did buy PayPal. We talked about that. We put that out on our Twitter today. We bought some PayPal, and we did buy some Palantir, which, I mean, we bought it $1 ago off the open, and we sold some Facebook. So that's not going to age well because we did sell some of our Facebook on open, which was literally $329.85. I talked about it. So we're only down at $3 there, but we bought it at $325. And then I got nervous, like I should not have probably, and just thought there was better ideas there, and I want to put my money to work somewhere else. So Facebook today, obviously, making a nice move back. It's still negative, but from where it was, Facebook this morning, 325 or so, a nice move back to the upside here for FB. It's not going to be king anymore until they figure it all out, but I still like Facebook. Let's check out PayPal. 260.50, I believe, is the price that I got. So, okay, so there you go. So the $3 that we lose on Facebook, we actually put it into PayPal and make that $3 there back. So, well, almost. Yeah, actually, we did. So that was a good one for us. So we like PayPal. I just think PayPal, guys, has just been too beat down. It's very, very back into this area. I love fintech. You know that. PaySafe's been a big, huge dog, but now the imbalances are out. So let's quickly look at that. Wow. Okay. I don't know what OLPX is. What is that name? $25 name as a sell side. So we'll see here. Let me just call up the 1 minute and then I'll go back so we can sort of look at these together. OLPX. So a sell, not really doing anything. What else do we have here? These are all small, man. Bank of America, 40 million on the day, $1 million on the buy side, not moving the stock. Cisco, ooh, BABA back to 144. Okay, Baba, I see you. I see Baba here at 144. That's not bad. It is kind of holding out. It did dip into the 130s, I believe, but there you go, Baba. You see a nice little bump up there because of the imbalance. Other than that, I'll keep it up here for not too much longer. I don't see a FAMI on here. I see an Apple has a bid, so the Nasdaq starting to go a little bit here as well. There goes Apple with a nice spike. Ooh. So a little bit of love there for some of these names on the buy side.
And because it's 350 and because it just turned around at 675, and we talk about the quarters all the time. Smile Direct actually just covered here. That 640 breakout. I probably could have just got out in front of 350 and actually made an extra 10 cents there, but I decided to hold on to a few of these trades. Now we're only holding on to the shorts, but the one that I am definitely getting out of next is going to be Grom, and it was okay. It definitely could have been a little bit better here, but it's showing some signs of strength. And, I shorted it multiple times in the afternoon here. Probably the only bad entry was at the 480 point. Other than that, it's been all right. I just kind of feel like even if it takes 5 even, it's not going to be worth hanging on to in the last, like 7 or 8 minutes of the show here. So, sometimes things go for you. It's fantastic. Other times, you just got to understand that, when you have 8 minutes to go, it doesn't matter what this thing wants to do. Maybe Grom is going to come back and fall back down towards like at 50 period in the next few weeks. It doesn't make a difference here. This is only a day trade, so that's all we can do is trade up until the close, and it's not going to want to go to the downside. So I got to get out. CEI is continuing to flush. I'm almost out of this one. Last bids are going to be in front of 85, so looking to get flat very soon on this. By the way, Sean said it once, I'll say it again. Stick around. Trade of the day is going to be on Palantir. Sometimes it is about the thought process, regardless if it goes up or down. And that was a trade which doesn't happen very often, by the way, where the trade of the day is something where Sean is still currently actively trading it in position while we do it. So a bit of a fresh look and a fresh idea, which I think is a lot of fun. For now, Brendo, what's up?
A few earnings, guys. Remember earnings? Those were good times. We'll get back into the swing of things for earnings in the next couple of weeks, obviously heading into a new quarter. But here's what's coming up tonight and tomorrow morning.
Okay, Levi's. All right, there's some names there for sure. So, yeah, I mean, I like Levi's. I think that there's Rob. Yeah, Rob hits it there. Thank you, Rob. Tilray as well. Obviously, he's going to be on board there. Look, if you want some lottos, I mean, Tilray is going to be the name for you. But ACB reported really good. So like I'm actually, you know what? I'll stamp a buy on Tilray. Well, let me see where Tilray is right here. Let's just do a little bit of a look on Tilray, and then we can have a better idea. So Tilray right now down 2.5%. That's good. So we're happy with that. You're going to pick it up at a little bit of a discount. Let's check out the 20 period, 20-minute chart on here. Here it is. Tilray. So okay, so you have some bottoms here. I mean, that's not even that far. We're very, very close. I mean, this is a 20-minute chart, so we're close to the bottoms here in the last couple of days. Tilray has a chance to go. It's going to be very, very tough for them to break too hard because there's a lot of trades, a lot of shares here that traders have. It's been holding the bag. Obviously, if Tilray bumps up in the aftermarket today, I don't know if they report aftermarket or tomorrow morning, but I think if you get anywhere near 12, that's going to be a good sell. But if they blow it out and they somehow can get above $12, you're going to see 14 on Tilray tomorrow. So for me, might be worth the risk here on some lottos for a long on Tilray. I mean, it's right near the bottom. All they have to do is report slightly better, and this thing rock and rolls. So watch out for Tilray here. I'm stamping the buy on this thing. I think there's a good opportunity, and I think you're right near some bottoms. I mean, $10 is right there. Generally, those will hold. So yeah, I don't mind Tilray here for tomorrow. Let's see. ACB beat, right? Just quickly, Neil, I just want to go to ACB quickly to show people. They beat, and then look what happened to ACB. Come on, chart right here. 6 to 740. Remember, that's a $6. Here's the beat, bang to the upside there. So Aurora already started the rally upside. So let's see if it can continue tomorrow with Tilray. So I don't mind it. I think that's not bad for a swing play. And then one more name that I like, and I know I keep saying it, but honestly, Clover at this 7. I think you can get some bumps there. We just need some Reddit or whoever to get on Clover tomorrow. Wall Street Bet, something like that. And I do believe Clover goes. So I have lottos on Clover as well. But you guys like to talk about some swing plays. Let's go Tilray. Let's go Clover.
And I'm putting a trail in on the firm here. I want to hang on to this almost into the close, guys. So a couple of things happened. CEI bounced back above 90, then a bid stepped up there for 200,000.
Yeah,
I just covered. So I mean, the last of it, I got some shares down at 87, but that was the bottom. I just put a trail and covered my Affirm here at 133. Look, it's 5 minutes to go. Obviously, it's worked out as a fantastic trade. But I did notice, like, this was that previous high, right in this 132.5 range that it put in at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
You know, it had a bit of a choppy breakout through there. So if you think about a pullback, it could have been a resistance. It turns out it's a resistance level, but I thought it could be one. So I just put a little trail. It either flushed through and just immediately followed through that price level, or, you know, at the time it was only 40 cents away, or it trails out and you might get some barcoding here. So we'll go ahead, we'll lock that one in. I'll drop the mic. We'll drop the mic for the Affirm trade. And look, I'll say this right, like, I think it was Dan or whoever it was, it might have been Dan McIsaac asking about, like, why am I not already in Affirm in front of that 138? Absolutely, that would have still worked for you. Like, getting in 136, simply just averaging in when it rolled over, you can still end up with like a 137 price, and the trade still works out for you.
Yeah.
I wanted to be shorting it, you know, at 138 and looking at that 140 level, which means I do need it to test that high instead of being too far away from the price. And that's more along the lines of both trades can work. I just want one that works more times at this particular time of day. And to me, that was being more patient with it. It happens to be the right call today, but it just as easily could have rolled over at that moment and then dropped to 128, and I've done nothing on it. So, you know, one day getting in early like you would have there, Dan, is absolutely right. You know, one day this way ends up being a little more efficient. They both end up working today. Some days they both don't work. So that's what trading's all about. And you find what fits your style. You find what you can do with positive expectancy, and then you just build from there. So there's a million ways to skin a cat. Although I hate that saying, like skinning a cat.
I'm not sure there is a million ways.
There's more than one way to skin a cat.
That's it.
But it's a horrible saying. Why would you? Where does it even come from? Like, that's just morbid, man. Like, why would you skin?
Maybe it's a Halloween thing. I mean, we're getting close to Halloween right now. Maybe
we just put up some decorations, actually.
Yeah, so did we. Yeah, my house is littered right now with decorations. Okay, so out of FAMI there, you know, the last trade's going to be good, but ultimately, just looking at the net there, it's basically flat on FAMI. So we'll just. What's Valeria's cracking up over there? I wonder what's going on over there. Okay, Levi, what is the symbol here? Is it just Levi?
LEVI.
AMD, wow. LEVI, I think it is, isn't it? It's not just LEV, it's LEVI.
VI in New York.
I believe, on New York here. Okay, so we can look at that quickly. We're almost out of time as we get ready to look at it. I don't know who's cracking up Valeria or what's going on over there, but I'm glad everyone's having fun. I mean, that's the environment that we're trying to have here. As we get ready for the close, Miss V will be on said bell. So, okay, Levi down 5%. That's not good, but heading into it, here's the daily chart on Levi's. And unfortunately, guys, when I look at this, I don't really see anything. Obviously, you're near some bottoms here, but yeah, this is just too choppy. I don't think this is going to do anything. Whatever the report, whatever happens on the report, I'm not expecting much here for Levi Strauss. But I mean, I like it. I think that they're a play, obviously, on the new economy here. People going back to work, you know, a lot of different options as far as dress codes and things like that. So jeans have always been popular. I don't know if they're making a come back or not. I let the wife tell me about those things. But for right now, yeah, it's at a nice bottom. But yeah, it can definitely go lower. So yeah, I'm not excited about the Levi earnings call. It just doesn't look like there's much here, guys.
I also don't think like there's a level at, I think it gets to 22.5, more specifically just above that. I think there's a level on Levi's, but it's down 5% going into earnings and breaking support level. And then you're asking, would you buy it on a day later if it even tanks even further than that? So, you'd almost want it to find some support, especially in this market. Like, there's going to be value to be had. Like Macy's had pulled back further than I expected as well. And I probably like them a heck of a lot more than Levi's. But only a minute to go. Someone's saying, is FAMI going to close above 40 cents?
Is it? I got out.
After what happened? Really? It's going to?
No, is it?
That's a strong ass
I mean,
move.
they held that 37 that we talked about. So, I mean, FAMI down there is a good little look there. We are getting ready to rock and roll for the close. So thank you for joining us. I hope we, for everybody that watching NBC, hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. It's what we're all about. Please come back tomorrow. Yeah, there's nothing on your GOAT. No, it's not GOAT. We're waiting for that GOAT IPO. Remember, I brought that to your attention. So please remember GOAT, or remember me when you think about that. With only 20 seconds ago, there's not much on here, Neil. So let's get ready to ring that bell.
Absolutely. And yeah, it was a strong move on FAMI, but it is getting faded a little bit here. So look, we like the penny stocks too. We'll be trading some of those as long as CEI and FAMI move. But hey, it's been a fun one here. Guess what? NASDAQ high of the day, 765. Miss V in the black. I mean, you might have to wear black again tomorrow, Miss V. 2 and 1. Ring it. I didn't even notice it.
Without tooting my own horn, but I will do it anyways. I guess I do it enough. Check out this post I just put there on the chat and see what I talk about there. This was filmed early in the morning. Please, guys, click on that Twitter there, and you'll see me talking in my car, and you can see what happens there. But Brendan, how was the day?
Pretty good, guys. Overall, it was the day of big reversals. If you remember, at one point today, we were pretty red, but yeah, not so much now. 0.75 here for the NASDAQ, leading the way, 0.5% for the S&P. Reversal the other way for crude oil, if you remember, higher in the pre-market this morning, but 2.4% downside. Nice day for Bitcoin as well, 7 on top of yesterday.
Thank you, Mitch. I mean, you saw what happened. The second, and look, they were never defaulting, man. But anyways, it doesn't make a difference. Mitch McConnell came out, with an offer, and at the end of the day, the VIX reversed. I'm still looking at FAMI, by the way, unfortunately. But the VIX reversed, and then the NASDAQ closes pretty much right at that high, right at those highs, trying to continue to run here. So sometimes it's headline driven. We did say you have to keep your ear to the ground for any updates, and that's exactly what happened to this market, and that's what drove the reversal, and we're happy that it did. Stick around. Trade of the day is going to be Palantir, and Ms. V might have to have more black in her wardrobe.
Yeah, I'm sure she has lots. But yeah, thanks, Ms. V, for that rally. But hey, man, I hope you guys can check out that Twitter there, and hopefully it was good. Yeah, we'll wait to see what happens now coming through on FAMI. But I want to give a big thank you, obviously, to Lucas, to Rob, who was doing the whole closing show solo there. So there it is. Yeah, what's up, Rob? Thank you so much for that. And you already put Ms. V on in the last couple seconds?
No.
Thank you, Ms. V.
There she is.
What's up? There we go. Thank you, Ms. V, again for your great Tesla trade and everything. And we'll have to have that back on for the next couple of days. We'll have a Ms. V segment. You like that segment, Brendan?
Yeah, 100%. More trades, the better.
Yeah, exactly. The more we can talk about this, the better it is. So Valeria came to us a couple of years ago with no trading experience, right?
Oh, by the way, you have any idea how brave you have to be to have no experience, talk about your trades, put it out there, right? It's hard enough for us. We've been trading for decades, right? So.
Yeah.
Predator.
Yeah, we have 22 years for yours truly there, but yeah, it's been a while. Okay, let's wrap this thing up. Thank you, Brendan. Thank you, Neil, again for such a great show, and we're back tomorrow. I mean, we sleep, but we don't sleep on the show.
Early.
That's for sure. We're back every single day. We are back Monday, man. For anyone in Canada, we're going to be here every Canadian holiday. We take U.S. holidays off. With that being said, enjoy the trade of the day. It's more of a lesson than a great trade, so watch it on Palantir. Ciao, guys.
Bye, guys.